All right, I'm back. I am here and I am back. So how are you this morning, ladies? How are you? So what's going on? Happy Sunday. How are you today? What is going on, ladies? It's Sunday morning. It is time for coffee talk. Let's see if I can find a little Gladys this morning to see what's going on. Good morning. As you come on, say good morning to me. Let me know you are there. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Coffee Talk. So say good morning as you come on. So again, one of these mornings, say good morning, ladies, so I'll know that you're there. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on with you this morning? Happy Sunday. Say good morning as you come on so that I'll know you're there. Happy Sunday morning, ladies. What is going on with you this morning? Good morning, good morning. So again, I'm trying to see who's on. If you're on, say good morning. There you go. Wanda, how are you this morning? Angela, Tamika, Katie, how are you ladies this morning? Happy Sunday. What are you drinking? What's in your cup? I have my coffee. What are you drinking this morning? What's going on? How's your weekend so far? Anybody do anything exciting? Well, we had snow here in Chicago. Tamika, happy Sunday to you too. Thank you, ladies, for getting up and joining me. You know I do not take your time for granted. I appreciate you. Toya, it's been a while. How are you this morning? Thanks for being on. I appreciate you. I didn't go into my phone to find Gladys this morning, so I guess I'll just hang out with you guys and say good morning, or you ladies and say good morning. Give folks time to come on, drink my coffee. What are you drinking? So how's the new year coming so far? How many of you made New Year's resolutions? Did you go back and write your vision out? Are you working on goals? Where are you? You know, what are you doing? Are you doing anything differently so far this year? Or you're like me, I'm still in that kind of planning mode in my mind, just really trying to narrow my focus down this year to be very, very focused about 2020. So where are you? Good morning, Ubong. How are you? So what are you ladies doing? Are you revisiting your vision? Are you still trying to figure out what that vision is? Are you looking at your goals and redefining your goals? What are you doing? We're 12 days into the new year again. And if you're like me, just kind of hanging out and thinking about what it is you want to do, but trying to move forward from a very focused approach, narrowing it down, each year trying to narrow things down more and more as I continue to evolve. So how are you ladies? Good morning, Sunday morning. We're back again. It's coffee talk time. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Tell me what you're drinking. What's in your cup? I drink Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It's funny, I said that to a friend of mine one day. I was telling him that I enjoy Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Actually, I served Dunkin' Donuts coffee at some event. And he's like, you don't really like your people that much, do you? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you're serving them Dunkin' Donuts coffee. You should be serving them Starbucks. I'm like, no, but I like Dunkin' Donuts. So what do you like? See, this is what happens. Wanda says she's drinking water. See, this is what happens when I don't play Gladys' song. I get on and I ramble a little bit to allow folks time to come on. So I guess my question too is, while I wait a few minutes, what do you think of our theme, It Is My Time to Leap in 2020? Have you been given it any thoughts at all? Have you thought about it at all? Alita, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Have you been giving that any thought at all? Any thoughts as to how you can apply it to your own life? Or you just coming on Sunday mornings and hanging out with me? Or you're just not at that point yet? You're still trying to let it sink in. 2020 is my time to lead, and thinking about how you can apply it to your own life. Crystal, how are you? All right, ladies, welcome to Coffee Talk. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I'm going to jump because I don't want to keep you too long. So, as you know, our theme for 2020 is My Time to Lead. And the L stands for Live Life for Me. The E is Expect Good Things to Happen for me. The A is Accept the Things I Can't Change. And the P is Prosper, which means to thrive and flourish in all areas of your life, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, and financially. So, as you think about that, I want you to think about how you can apply it to your life. So last week we talked about the L in It's My Time. It is My Time to Lead. We talked about the L, Live Life for Me. And we talked about being intentional and live a life of purpose on purpose. Okay? So today, what I'm going to talk about is the E in It Is My Time to Lead. And the E is Expect Good Things to Happen for me. So we're going to talk about the E today. And I want to talk about the E, Expect Good Things to Happen for me, from a perspective of attitude, adversity, and choice. Again, 2020 is my time to lead. Last week we talked about Live Life for Me, which is the L. Today I'm going to talk about the E, which is Expect Good Things to Happen for me. And the three areas are attitude, adversity, and choice. Now, when you think of attitude, really, when someone says she has an attitude, it's kind of it has a negative connotation to it. But today I want to talk about attitude in the sense of live with an attitude of expectancy. So whatever it is you desire, expect it. Prepare for it. And get ready and prepare for it even before you have it or you can see it. So expect good things to happen for me. The attitude is about living life with an attitude of expectancy. And in reality, you will always have an attitude. It's either going to be positive, negative, or neutral. And sometimes we don't think about our attitude. But your attitude determines the direction you will go. So if you have a negative attitude, chances are the direction that you're going is negative, or you're going to attract negative things. Because remember, we talk about it all the time. Whatever you think about or whatever is going on up in here in your mind, that's what you're going to attract. So you have to be very, very conscious of your attitude. And you get to decide what type of attitude you have, whether it's going to be positive, neutral, or negative. But having an attitude of expectancy is that you are unwilling to let the negatives in your life affect your expectancy to have a positive outcome. So having an attitude of expectancy means that you are unwilling to let the negatives in your life affect your expectancy to have a positive outcome. Because guess what? If you live with a life of expectancy to have positive outcomes in your life, then guess what? That's what you're going to have. If you have an attitude of failure, you're probably going to fail. If you have an attitude of success, you're probably going to exceed. So as it relates to expect good things to happen for me, live with an attitude of expectancy and be mindful of your attitude. And we talk about this all the time. Be intentional. I talked about it last week. I'm speaking about it now, and I'll probably talk about it every single week. Be intentional. So every single day, you get to decide how you want to live. If you want to wake up in the morning and have this negative attitude, then you're probably going to have one of those days that you attract all these negative things into your life. But if you wake up every morning with an attitude of expectancy, you're probably going to expect good things. So each and every single day, be positive, stay focused, and be mindful of your attitude. So live with an attitude of expectancy. Expect good things to happen. The second one is adversity. And I wanted to mention adversity because life happens. So I say live with the life or an attitude of expectancy, but you know there will be trials and tribulations. You know there are going to be days when you feel powerless. And even on those days, even in the midst of chaos, even when things aren't going the way you plan, expect things to change. So still get up every single day and live with an attitude of expectancy. And that's why I wanted to talk about an adversity, because that's the reality of life. We are going to have trials and tribulations. There are going to be times in our lives when we feel like, okay, it's right around the corner. I can feel like I can taste it. What I want is about to happen. And then guess what? Something happens. And then all of a sudden, whatever it is you were expecting, and you thought it was so close, you could taste it, all of a sudden it seems so far away. That's adversity. But still live with an attitude of expectancy. And some of you, and some of us, some of you have been living with an attitude of expectancy for so long, you're starting to think this is foolish. You're questioning yourself, and you want to just give up, but don't allow things that are negative in your life cause you to have a negative attitude. Because life happens, and sometimes it could weigh you down so much, you want to just stop believing and stop expecting. And then all of a sudden, you've been trying to maintain that positive attitude. You've been expecting change and growth and good things to happen. Then all of a sudden, you see your attitude starts to change, and you start to doubt, and negativity sits in. And that's the time when you have to really be intentional, where you have to really focus on having a positive attitude. And you have to really be very conscious. And you have to buckle down. And you have to get up and say, you know what, today and every single day, you have to get up and say, I'm preparing, I'm expecting whatever it is I want, I'm preparing for it, I'm expecting it even before I can see it. So think about that for a minute. And that's why I wanted to include adversity, because life happens. And we're all going to go through some things. And life will throw us a curveball. You know, I started my year last year, January. I was fired up, and all of a sudden, that curveball. But I didn't lose my faith. I didn't lose hope. So remember that. That's the adversity piece. Maintain the positive attitude. So it doesn't matter what's going on in your life. Don't focus on where you are. Focus on where you're going. Focus on where you want to go. And let that be the guiding force for you. Expect change. Expect greatness. Expect growth. Expect whatever it is you want. And here's the thing. You were designed to live a great life. So even though adversity may be knocking at your door, you have to put it in proper perspective. You can't control your circumstances, situation at all times, but you can understand it. And when I say understanding the narrative, knowing that whatever you're going through, life is giving you the skills, the knowledge, the experiences that you need to get to that next step, a point in your life. So think of it that way. When you're going through something, hey, and sometimes it takes a long time. And I remember, this is the truth, spending 2 or 3 years trying to figure out what's my purpose. What is that vision? And I was reading something the other day and I called Megan. It was yesterday. I was looking through some of my old journals and I saw, and it was, I think it was October 2012. And in that, I wrote, I am seeking my purpose. What is the vision for my life? And that was 2012. And I remember going through that period for 2 or 3 years, running that lakefront and asking and praying, God, what is the purpose? What is my purpose? What is my vision? Because I knew there was more and I was expecting more, but I just didn't know what it looked like. And that was in 2012. What is my vision? What is my purpose? And it's funny because I went through these years, at least 2 or 3 years, every time I turned around. I mean, I had a good attitude. I was maintaining the attitude, but every time I turned around, everything said, wait on the Lord, wait on the Lord, wait on the Lord. And I'm like, ooh, how long? So don't get discouraged. That's my point. And I know some of you have been waiting for so long and you want to give up. So you're like, hey, I've tried that, attitude of expectancy thing for years. And guess what? It's not happening, so I'm giving up. And I'm here to encourage you to say, don't give up. Every single day, wake up with the life of expectancy. Because guess what? That was in 2012. I found my purpose. I have a vision. And I've had it for a few years now. Now it took some time. But because I didn't give up, I kept my eyes open and I kept going and I kept expecting. And that's the point, the reason I want to bring adversity up, because there will be times. And then sometimes, and there's some of us, we feel that we're not even worthy, but guess what? You are worthy. You were put here to live an amazing life. So maintain an attitude of expectancy even when you're going through adversity, even when your life is in chaos or chaotic. Maintain the life of expectancy. And the last one is choice. You have a choice. The one thing you can control without a doubt is your attitude. You can control that. So you have a choice every single day, whether to get up with the life attitude of expectancy, or to give up, or to quit. You have a choice, and the choice is yours because you can control that. So regardless of what's going on, you have the final decision. Whether today I'm getting up expecting good things to happen for me. Attitude of expectancy. And sometimes we're so busy. Sometimes we have a negative attitude, or sometimes we're so busy on these things right here. Good things are happening right in front of us, and we miss out on it. So be present in your life. Look around you. See people, let them see you. Because you never know. And regardless of what's going on, you can make the decision above all things. You can decide. Above all things, I am going to maintain an attitude of expectancy. I may not always understand what's going on in my life. You may not always have control of what's going on in your life, but you can understand I'm going through something right now. And although so close I can taste it, I just ran into another mountain. But guess what? I'm going to continue to maintain that attitude of expectancy, because I know at some point that mountain will be moved. It will part. So you just keep going. And remind yourself each and every single day to be positive. Expect growth. Expect good things. So prepare for whatever it is you're expecting. Prepare for it. Get ready, even before you can see it. So that's coffee talk. Live with the life of expectancy. If you've been through some hard times and you're thinking it's been so long and I'm tired, because we get tired, or you look at your life and you start to feel powerless, I'm here to encourage you to expect good things to happen for you. Just hold on and make the decision every single day to get up expecting it. And be conscious of the fact that you attract what you think. So if you have a negative attitude, chances are that's the direction you're going to go in. Be very conscious of that. So 2020 is my time to leap. Live life for me. Expect good things to happen for me. And that means maintaining an attitude of expectancy, even in the midst of adversity. Choose to be positive and maintain that attitude. So see your life as you want it to be. Expect it to come to pass and prepare for it. So as you go throughout your day going forward, be mindful. What are you expecting today? What are you expecting today? So that's coffee talk. Let's see what we have for comments, if any. Thanks, Angela. Hey, Sybil. Thank you, ladies. Surround, and Danica is, life is a gift with all that is. I have an attitude of gratitude because my life is mine, and difficulties are here to take me where I need to be in my life. Yes. The universe will give you what you need to succeed. And I encourage you, don't run from it, but embrace it. And seek the learnings. Because that's how we grow. If we get up every day and life is the same every single day, there aren't any growth opportunities. And that's the thing, even about adversity, that's when you learn what you are made of. Because you can go through it. I don't care what it is, you can go through it. You can do it. So maintain an attitude. And I want to read, I have to read from Inspirations for the Soul. Ladies, if you don't have this book, you need to get this book, only because it really helps you focus and think about your life. So I want to share with you, I have to read from it, The Fullness of Your Freedom. And this is on page 42 for those of you who have the book. Making the decision to live with a sense of joy and peace of mind, regardless of what's going on in your life, is experiencing the fullness of your freedom. So even when adversity and chaos is going on in your life, maintain the attitude of expectancy. It is about how you process. It is about how you process and live life. Is what's important. The fullness of your freedom is knowing, trusting, and believing. Although there will be storms, it is a part of your development and journey to get you to where you need to be, and everything will be okay. It allows you to embrace the storms, focus on the learning, and not allow them to steal your joy. You can make the decision to live with the fullness of your freedom by not partnering or submitting to worry, negative thoughts, uncertainty, doubt, anger, rejection, fear, and anxiety. See your insecurities for what they are and love yourself enough that they have to become beautiful. Find something beautiful about life every day. And that's the fullness of your freedom. Understanding whatever it is that's going on in your life, you're going through. It's giving you what you need. Life is giving you what you need to get to the next level. The universe feeds the soul. So that's Coffee Talk this morning, ladies. 2020 is my time to lead. And I was talking to my friend Megan one day, and we were just talking about life in general, and we were talking about how far we've come, because I met Megan in coaching school, and that was when I started coaching school in 2013. And we were talking about the trials and tribulations and how we have evolved. And what she said was, what's interesting is that when you think about life and how far we've come and how much we've grown, we've never fell off the edge. So regardless of what you're going through or where you are in life, you're not going to fall off the edge. There is no cliff where you're just going to drop and fall. There is no edge where you're just going to not exist one day, not in the sense of maintaining or managing trials and tribulations. That's what I mean. So life continues on. So wake up every day with the attitude of expectancy. Know that there will be adversity, and choose. You get to choose. One thing you have control over is your attitude, and be conscious of what you're thinking, because that's the direction you will go. So that's Coffee Talk, ladies. Just a couple of things really quickly. Just trying to see what we have going on here. A couple of things really quickly. If you know of other women that would enjoy Coffee Talks on Sunday mornings, you can add them to the group, because that's the only way they could hear the message. If you haven't ordered your copy of Inspirations for the Soul, and ladies, if some of you have, if this opportunity, if you want to share what you think about it, you can, regardless of what you think. I was thinking about even putting a testimonial page on my website and asking you to go in and just leave your comments, or even if you want to leave your comments here, because I encourage you to order it, ladies. It's a great book to put on your nightstand. It just really makes you think about your own life, and it challenges you too. So I encourage you. And the last thing is my workshop coming up on January 24th, Witness the Most Powerful You. Again, it's a great opportunity for you to spend some time with like-minded people, really taking a look at putting together a plan for your life, or even if you have a plan for your life and you want to look at it from a different perspective, this would be a great workshop to help you develop strategies to move forward. It's a 4-hour workshop. It's on a Friday. I did it on a Friday this time intentionally, because I've heard from women that say they can't make Saturdays, but they can, work half a day on Friday or take the day off. So, and I'll tell you now, it's $149. It's small investment for a great return, because you get the opportunity to be around like-minded people. You get me. I facilitate the workshop. And even if you're going to pay for a coach or a therapist, you're going to pay $150 an hour. And this is 4 hours. You get the workbook. I take you through 5 principles. And it's a great way to do a jump start for 2020. Like I said, even if you have a plan, bring your plans. Great time to fine tune it or to look at it from a different perspective. When I post the video, everything is in it. So ladies, that's Coffee Talk. Next week, I'll talk about accept the things I can't change. So 2020 is my time to lead. We've talked about live life for me, be intentional, be on purpose. What was it? Be on purpose, live life on purpose and for purpose. Today, we just talked about expect good things to happen for me from the perspective of attitude, adversity, and choice. Next week, I will talk about accept the things you can't change. So that's Coffee Talk, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me. Crystal said therapy is $175 per hour. Thank you, Crystal. So the workshop, $149 for 4 hours. You get a chance to be around like-minded women and leave with a plan or strategies to move forward into 2020. Whatever you're doing today, ladies, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me. I do not take your time for granted. I so appreciate you. Love and blessings. Have a great day. I will see you back here next Sunday. Thank you. Bye.